Welcome back, junkers, flunkers, and midnight clunkers, to another rousing recycled episode of Cosmic Crit and the conclusion of the mini adventure of Junker's Delight. This is your JM here, your junk master in charge, Patrick, and I'm happy once more to invite to the table my 5 crunkiest Hotlanta and beyond friends, Miles, Tyler, Rebecca, Drew, and Jabert. Welcome back, everybody.
Jabert is the crunkiest and Tyler is the dunkiest.
Tyler is also the space cowboy. Some call him the gangster of love. Some people call
me Maurice.
Those people don't know my name is Tyler.
Yeah, they're jerks.
I was actually it was funny knowing that we were coming up on the end of this. I was thinking about our last session and the session before that with all my rolls, and then my brain kicked off. I was like, "Hey, remember when you played this character for the first time and rolled a natural 20 on the first attack?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, this one's gonna be a good one."
Omens.
It's not gone well since
the dice roll. Nope, not quite.
I peaked. Essentially, this character just peaked immediately.
Yeah, you want to start off rolling low.
The graph has just.
Yeah. The sky's the limit once you roll natural one.
Javi's ability is a lot like the sell price for Squid Coin or whatever. There's a modern reference no one will care about. The time this comes out.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, we do have a heck of a finale here, an episode 10 finale. Are you guys ready to dive into it? Write this coda along with me and finish up Junker's Delight?
Sure.
I suppose we coda.
Tentatively, I talked over Jabert's joke, which is a shame. It's just a shame.
It was a real winner.
What did you say?
No, it was trash.
Did you say Coca-Cola?
I said I guess we coda.
Oh boy, that's
I circled back for that one.
Yeah.
someone put the crickets in.
I'm not the only one that makes bad jokes. I'm not the only one.
And Drew wants to make sure that one gets on the record.
I made a joke so bad in one of the DM RNCs that I added a laugh track into my own joke because I was like, I'm gonna feel better about this one way or the other.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we are diving back in, but as with all these episodes, this week doesn't start in the stellar flare, but instead a looping memory of failure and mistakes, foibles, if you will, in the murky depths of a nearly unconscious vision. We see a couple of blurry eyes looking up through the darkness to the twinkling of lights in the distant past, suns and other systems, and a woman's face appear amongst them, standing over Javi, hovering in his field of vision. You have the taste of blood in your mouth, the sting of salt in your eyes, dirt in every orifice. Your neck hotter than it's ever been, though your mantle of fiery hair a cold blue. The ringing in your ears makes it hard, but you hear some words. Maybe you don't quite understand them, but you eventually can make out, he's gone. Too bad. I'll miss him. There was something she said before that, but what she said, you are unsure. Visions of the duel to the death flash before your eyes. A fight with one of the people you considered closest to yourself, becoming willing to kill you at the drop of a hat. The scene changes once more, and again, you're out in the desert, collapse before the images of the fire serpent, and then back in the fight with the Thassaran Kefak with bloody wounds, your allies down to standing up, steadying yourself with the gun barrel, and then finally back at the fight with Bomb Guzzle and Ashala, down for the count, nearly dead, but something inside you doesn't allow you to stay down forever. There's a voice in Javi's head, and you realize it's the voice of Tez, her familiar yet oddly strange voice. That was once music to your ears. She indeed says something to you each time you're down in the dirt, and you can't put the words in your mouth, but your heart seems to hear them quite well. We cut to a nearly dead Javi picking himself up over and over again, dusting off a dirty poncho, tapping out the barrel of his gun on his boots, and wiping blood across smeared cheeks of dirt and gunpowder, loading up another cartridge, and then once more, we're back. The cold interior of the Stellar Flare, again loading a cartridge into your gun. Your teammates around you, and you can hear these massive footsteps echoing through the southern compartments of the Stellar Flare as the leader of the True Warrior Gang makes his way in your guys' direction. Javier, are you ready for a fight and perhaps ready to face Tez once more?
Yeah. I mean, Javi's whole getting back, I mean, it has sustained him every time he has picked himself up and he's heard this voice. He believes that he is destined for this reunion, this rematch, that it is what is, that he is essentially almost otherworldly moving forward, like almost indomitable in the sense that he gets knocked down all the time, but he will always get back up, and that he's going to keep doing so until he gets closure, or he gets this feeling released by this confrontation with his old partner. And so knowing that this fight is a direct way to get one step closer is got him on edge as much as possible. And his blue hair is just flickering and excitedly, and he's been taunting these foes down the hallway as he is looking forward to this fight, maybe more so than any of the other ones we've come up against so far. Maybe
sensing the state you're in very will come up to you, but kind of talking to everyone, she says, be careful. I've seen you all take on bad odds before and survive, but this seems different. That every time though, you all seem to work together, and you made it through. Don't forget. I'm back here. I'm gonna go hide behind this huge desk, but you've got this.
Rousing speech.
You can hear, these footsteps drawing closer and closer, very, very loud. Is this a shoot first, ask questions later situation when you can see them, or you want to talk first when they come within range?
Javi already kind of said all of his piece through the comm unit. They kind of, that was the last conversation was, you should give up. Mm-hmm. Javi was pretty clear that nah, that's not how this is going to go down. So he wants to make waves with these people, the True Warriors. There's no quarter he really wants to give. So Javi's just looking for an excuse to shoot somebody.
Well, and we've faced them before. We know, it's not like they were friendly before. What are the chances that they're going to have changed at all?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, you got a couple people just standing in the doorway and not a great view for everyone. I didn't know if you wanted to start there or let them into the room, or...
Javi wants to get because my gun doesn't have a very long range. I got to be kind of close. So Javi wants to... I've positioned him up as far as I can because he wants to be the first thing that people see, and he wants to be able to get shots off before maybe backing up somewhere else.
Right. So you hear another one of the traps go off, and the footsteps still coming. It sounds like dozens of cartridges of a certain Atari game being shot into a wall. There are no anguished cries here. Instead, just a few seconds later, there's these massive footsteps, and you hear that voice now not calling out over comms, but just down the hallway. DeTrullo's voice saying, "Is this the trash? You all have been hiding in this rust bucket? I don't believe you all are gonna make a very big challenge for me. Why don't you just come out now and make it easier for yourselves?"
We don't waste time on those who are too stupid to figure out a hallway. You find us. we'll kill you.
If indeed you are in a shooty mood, let's roll into the initiative turn order.
Oh, shooty moody.
I'm going to be very upset if this guy has like some charge abilities and a lot of movement speed. I'm not even going to get a shot off before he's on top of me.
Okay, well,
Low rolls so far.
you guys haven't done great on the initiative. I'm not gonna lie to you here.
Come on, Patrick. Join us. Join us at the bottom.
So, let's see here. Yeah, first things first in the turn order, you hear these massive footsteps banging through the hallways and popping his head down underneath the huge doors leading into the clean room is this character. Let me show you guys hopefully who we're dealing with here. He's a tall, about 12 foot tall, 4-armed alien creature holding a couple of flame doshkos and what looks like a giant energy bowcaster.
That's not great.
You might know this alien race as the Shobad.
How is he dual-wielding a two-armed weapon, a two-handed weapon?
Shobad.
How is that possible?
Yeah, because he's real cool. And he, steps right up here into the clean room on the other side of the door and says, wow, oh, well, you don't look like much, but wait a minute. Is that El Demonio Verde? It is. The masochist orc in Morrow? The macho man orc? I've seen you fight before.
Do you want an autograph?
I wasn't impressed. You're dealing with me. You're about to go toe-to-toe with me, Detrulo, the ultimate true warrior. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna squeeze it like a tube of toothpaste.
Really? Is that what you got? El Demonio will take you down Know Your Role Boulevard, which is on the corner of Jabroni Drive, and check you in directly to the Smackdown Hotel. Let's get it on.
I'm gonna use your bones like toothpicks, little orc. Well, I'm gonna pick your friends out of my molars. I think that you both within range, both Javi and El Demonio Verde. I think he's got to go for El Demonio first with a. He's moved right up to you guys, so it's gonna be a melee attack with the old Flame Doshko. It is only an 8 on the dice. What is your... This is just energy, right? Just fire damage. So what is your EAC?
17.
17, that is going to be a hit. Slashing at you for 14 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that is his whole turn. I'll put him in the turn order. And next in the turn order is Albions 22.
All right. Do I hear any other rude folks running up the hallway behind him, or?
I mean, you really could just hear his massive footsteps. If there is someone behind them, they at least weren't making as much noise as him.
All right. I'm going to use my last spell.
Oh my.
My last level 1 spell, but practically my last spell of the game, of the campaign.
Make it count.
And I'm going to need him to make a will save.
Ooh, will save. Ooh, let's roll it up. Natural 20.
Mother pronker. Oh my god. Okay, well, bye. All right, well, that's all I had. That's all I had for the whole day. So see you later.
I'm sorry.
Four more junk roof. more junk barriers. Jabert left the Zoom call. He's like, all right, you guys are on your own. I'll just delete his character from Roll20. Jabert, welcome back. Oh my god, I've looked up my initiative like 8 times, but I keep forgetting to type it in. All right, yes, he is at the top with 3. Any move action, Jabert?
Lay down and die.
Look down in a ditch. Okay.
What a clutch natural 20 by Patrick, though.
Yeah, no, for real. I was casting incompetence. I was going to make him unable to use his Doshkos.
Oh, well, I mean, he'd still be able to use them just like at a massive negative, right?
Yeah, like a -6 to hit.
Oh, that's not good. That's no good.
But, that's... I mean,
damn.
It's like the only good level 1 spell. I mean, I know we were all like, "Whoa, junk shards," but like that's not that good.
Anything that's reflex based is really.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
it's all right.
It's fine for like a twice per day ability, I guess. But
yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just double check here on my rolls. I believe. Next in the turn order is Jewel.
Jewel can't see anything though, right? Because he's on the other side of a closed door right now.
Nope, door's very much open.
Oh, it is open.
Yeah.
So do I have line of sight then?
Yeah, he just stabbed.
Can you not see him here in the next room in the clean room?
Yeah, I just didn't know that the door was open. Okay, so so can I see him from where I am? I think I'm behind like a barricade right now.
Yep. You can shoot over it easy enough.
Okay. In that case, I will have Jewel and Piston each take a shot. Oh gosh, I don't have my... All right, here goes Jewel first. It's a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, good. 5 damage, electricity.
Okay, yeah. You shock him. He's like, "Rah! Rah!" is what he says. Exactly. Those words.
And then Piston is going to take a shot with its arc pistol for a 22 to hit. So that does 6 electricity damage.
Oh my. Starting off pretty strong here. Okay, that will take us to Javi.
This guy has reach. What a pain in the butt.
He's a tall boy, that's for sure.
I can't shoot twice in this state. I guess I will step back and have you make a reflex save. I'm going to try my overheat ability.
What?
Yay.
You're blasting out.
It's not going to do a lot, so don't you worry about it.
Reflex save.
We'll do it.
2 on the dice.
Oh, well, you failed that. So you're going to take all of this. 15 feet, right? Yep. Bop. Okay, good. Just want to make sure you were actually in range. Come on, 2d8. Show me. Not bad. Okay, you're taking 10 points.
10 fire. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And I'm actually going to change which way I stepped really quick. And that will be it.
Alrighty. You hear someone running into the clean room right next to Detrullo. Who looks like a gang member, a tough of the gang, maybe like a lieutenant, and he's not in melee range, so he's got a pistol out, and just azimuth laser pistol is going to shoot into the room at Javi. But a 5 on the dice, that is.
Get out of here.
That is a miss. And next in the turn order is El Demonio.
So I guess Aldemonio is going to guarded step up so that he can hopefully return the favor.
You pretty much have to step here if you want to get into the door frame to...
Here?
Yeah, to attack. Okay. I guess you could probably attack him from the side there, but I don't know. Do you want to try to let him in the room? Because he probably would be able to very easily if you gave him like 10 feet of space in the door.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to do anything.
Well, I was saying you can attack from here.
Oh, I can attack from here?
But he would be able to move further inside very easily.
Oh, you mean from if I was attached from right here?
Yeah, so that's kind of like on the outside of the door.
That's fine. Okay. And try for entropic strike. That's a 10 on the dice. That's not going to do it.
Against EAC, unfortunately, no. Okay. And that is going to bring us to...
I think this might be a good time to remind that I think most of us have level rerolls, right?
No, I don't think so.
No? Do we use them all?
A lot of people have used them. Yes.
Oh, against the energy creature.
A great deal of them have been used.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine has.
I thought we still had them. Never mind. This would be a terrible time to remind us that we don't have that.
Do we have any left at all? Or is Are we all out? We don't know. Okay.
I don't think anybody does, to be honest. Right, and another figure moves in behind the very large Detrullo. You see the lithe figure holding a sword made out of what looks like pure energy step up behind the huge Shobad Javi and perhaps locks eyes with you in the room as she stabs her boss with a healing serum.
Wish you hadn't finished that sentence.
What kind of healing?
Yeah, stabs her boss. Woo!
Yeah.
With a healing serum.
Oh,
pronk.
Oh, great. It's a Mark one, so let's not get too excited. Oh, great.
Yeah!
And why'd I roll that in for me? I should have made that secret. Is a Feldspar serum, is a child's chewable.
Feldspar serum would have done easily 5 times that.
Oh, so I get back 5 hit points.
No,
Got it.
but you didn't use a Feldspar.
So 1.
You used a bootleg.
Mixer. Drew, speaking of you, you are next in the turn order.
Can Mixer see from where he is the boss man?
Yeah, I think so. I think perhaps maybe he has a little bit of cover because you're shooting through a couple of things here. If you want to move kind of forward or maybe between Albions and Jewel, you'd have a direct shot.
Let's just give him a huge target for some multi-factor attack that he's got. but yeah, we're gonna come up here. We're gonna shoot with the cast eject, and we're gonna load in a toxicology inhibitor.
All right.
It's a 19 to hit.
Against KAC, that is a hit.
Yes. So that's 8 points of damage. Now I need you to make
Max.
a will save. I'm sorry, a fortitude save.
All right, he's not looking good after he takes this giant dart here. And I'm sorry, a fortitude?
Fortitude.
Natural 3 on the dice. Here's my time to roll poorly. That is a fail. So he's taking
so he is sickened.
Ooh, that's nice.
I wish I could just throw emojis on the tokens here in Roll20. Have a puking green face emoji on him. Excellent. Okay, so he takes that and is like, get them. That is all of turn 1 as we go back to the Shobad. Detrullo at the top of the turn order. And can't really move forward too much without provoking an attack of opportunity from El Demonio. Let's see what he would do in this situation. Yeah, I think he's gonna rock. He's gonna guarded step forward a bit to get right in the door frame next to you, Miles, next El Demonio, and will make another attack with the Ember Flame Doshko. Ooh, 14 on the dice. Even with the -2, that is another hit. For another 14 points of fire damage. Ooh. How is El Demonio?
I mean, he's still up.
Is he in HP damage yet? Is he hurting? Is he on fire?
He's hurting.
That's his entire turn, though.
Just like this campaign.
Oh.
How's the campaign? Is it hurting you, Miles? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't quit the Zoom call yet, so you're still doing fine. Jabert, speaking of,
give me time.
What you got, Jabert?
Yeah. There's plenty of time, Patrick. We've only just started. I'm gonna shoot with my pulsecaster pistol. Welcome to the rest of the campaign, everybody. Whee! Pew! 2 attacks.
Because he lives dangerously.
Yeah, because I got nothing else to lose. Yeah, that's why you roll twice.
Yeah, because 3s are bogus. You know what's better?
I agree. I've rolled a couple tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh. 12 to hit.
Sicken doesn't do anything for armor, unfortunately, so that is a miss as well. Okay, 2 shots down. Jewel, we're back to you. You've You hit twice last turn and definitely put a hurtin' on the Chulo. You've got, well, there's other targets now. They are still behind the boss man. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, Jewel can really only see this big guy who's right in the doorway. So I think she and Piston are going to keep shooting at him. All right, so Jewel goes first. Oh, that's only an 11 to hit. Easy.
Goodness, that's a miss.
And Piston.
Ooh.
The 20 to hit, so 6 damage on that one.
Rolled past a 19, rolled past a 1. I was like, where's it going to land? 6 more electricity damage on him. He is hurting pretty bad after 3 shots from the Jewel camp. Javi, we're on to you. He's moved back within 10-foot range.
You can make an attack of opportunity against me, Patrick. I'm going to shoot you twice.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's get that attack. Oh, opportunity first. The Flamdosh. 16 on the dice. That's a hit. Oh. And rocks for damage all night long. 15 points of fire damage.
It just doesn't look like all of your damage goes through. You just don't seem to be hurting, Javi, how you should be.
I still think that's a pretty good hit. Max damage on the flame.
Javi just numbs it up. In fact, it just looks like his hair just absorbs the flames straight off of your Doshko.
You don't have energy resistance 15. It still hurt you. I know it did. 2 shots coming his way.
2 shots coming your way.
Oh no.
I didn't have them queued up for disappointment like I have the last few sessions. But the first one is a disappointing miss.
Yeah, 8 on the dice. Not going to do it.
The second one has so much potential behind it. You have no idea.
Oh no, why would you hype it up like that? Oh, you
because it's an 18 on the die. Oh, minimum damage. True minimum damage.
But it's still a hit, and it doesn't look like he's got anything to soak that one up. Blam! Nearly point blank shot ripping through his armor. He goes, ah! That is going to lead us to this guy, this tough warrior here. Demonio, if you want to make an attack of opportunity, you can, because he is going to move forward.
Yes.
And he's going to get right up in Javi's face.
Oh, so close to a natural 20. My entry points, they just add to attacks, right?
I think your armor or energy. But you've got a 11 on EAC, and that is a hit still. So,
all right. So I think, let me double check, because I think I can add my entropy points to the attack.
To what, damage?
Yes, damage. Double check just in case.
Let's see. So it's a looks like move action to boost weapon damage.
Yeah.
You got to do it before you hit. But if you want to do that now for your next attack, you can.
For sure. So that is 6 points of damage.
Okay, he's looking pretty beat up too, this guy that's just walked in. But he still makes it through and is going to throw a punch, like a haymaker at Javi. Oh, 14 on the dice is going to be a hit. It's just some bludgeoning damage coming your way. Almost minimum, 6 points of bludgeoning. And that is his full turn. Demonio, we're back to you.
All right. So...
Oh, yeah, that was your attack of opportunity. So on your turn here, you can take the move action to spend an entropic point.
Yes, and I am going to do that as I add +1 to my damage. I think...
so you can expend how many EP you want to...
Oh, a 1d4, I think.
And then it adds 1d4 for every EP. Okay. So at this point, you have at least 2 because you got hit by...
Yeah, I'm going to keep 1 because if I keep 1 entropic point, I get the AC +1 boost to my AC.
Okay, so go ahead and make that strike against the big man.
That's a 17 to hit.
Against EAC, that is a hit.
Oh, so a total of 7.
No. You typed in 1s4. Just click on the left-hand side and roll a d4.
Okay, it's still thing.
So glad we took the time.
He's so hurt, but he's still up after 7 points.
7 points on the boss man.
On Detrulo. Yeah, you're putting a hurt on him, but I think
he's put a hurt on me too, so I don't want
Jules put the most damage on him so far. Okay, that is El Demonio, bringing us to Tez, who you've already used her attack of opportunity. I think she's got to move forward. Right, so she moves straight through the middle of the room here, and I need everybody except El Demonio to make a reflex save as you see her sword glowing brighter and brighter as she moves through until it explodes in a massive fire, a shower of sparks and heat energy, and a little thing we like to call supernova.
Not the turntables.
It ain't been 3 turns. How's she supernovaing already?
Wait, actually, I do get an attack of opportunity.
Why is that?
I have reactive, and once per day, I can take an additional reaction during a single round.
Look at that. What an ability.
I forget this is a thing. Oh, there you get a 3rd level.
Yep.
I didn't know this, and she's getting hit. Go right ahead.
Well, we'll see.
Make it count. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well.
Ah.
5 on the dice.
It just stays on that 20 for like a split second, and then just immediately just pops over to something else.
She sneaks by. It looks like we've got our reflex saves made up here, except do you need to roll? You need to roll one for Piston as well, Rebecca, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about Piston. Piston did much better than Joel did.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jules the only one that's failed here. Everyone else has succeeded, and some fire damage coming your way. I don't think Hobby's going to care too much.
But it is fire damage, right?
Yes, and it is 15 points. So if everyone that saved is taken 7.
All right, it's definitely 10 for me.
Barely touching a Javi, I'm sure. As she comes
it
forward.
just doesn't look like you're doing as much damage as you could.
Sorry, what was the DC on that?
I mean, you've made it here, right? You made
16?
16, yeah. The only fail was a 12. And that's her turn as we're on to Mixer. Excuse me.
Whew, all right. A lot of more targets here. Can I use my special biohacker ability to scan Tez?
Yeah, so if you want to do a life science and try and figure out what she's got going on, she is indeed a Tilki, a native Akatonian human. So she's got the red skin and stuff, but yeah, also a Solarian of some sort.
It's an 18.
I think that's enough for one piece of information here. What would you like to know?
Well, we know one special attack. I don't know. Do you guys want to know resistances? Do you guys want to know other attacks?
Resistances.
Have any, but it's good to know.
Yeah, probably. How about EAC? Can I get EAC?
EAC is 14.
Okay. All right. Well, now Mixer is going to shoot her. I'm going to load another toxicology inhibitor into the cast eject. And pop. Here we go.
Ooh,
It's a
there's a good
20
one.
to hit.
That is a hit for 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. And she needs to make a fortitude save.
Okay, she good fort. Let's get a good roll to go with the good forts.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
13 on the
that's
dice.
gonna
She is
do it.
saved.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Fiddlesticks.
Okay. Oh no, we're back to Detrulo. And he's got Javi, he's got El Demonio in his range. I think he's just going to guard his step a little closer into the room and make a single strike at our friend El Demonio. El Demonio Verde. Oh no. Oh, it rolled right past the 20 to the 2 on the dice.
I
That is
wish
a
we
miss.
still had the toot toot kaboom sound effect handy.
Kaboom.
Toot, kaboom!
You have to do a sad one when I roll it, though. Toot, toot, kaboom. That is his whole turn. Jabert, Ilbians, back to you. You've got a little singe, a little fire that got past your barricade here. What'd you care to do?
Indeed. I'm going to... Let's see. Anything exciting? No, nothing exciting. No, I'm going to take This guy's just got a regular looking sword, right? I mean, a regular looking laser sword, right?
Regular Solarian looking sword. Doesn't look like she can necessarily reach you where you're at.
Perfect. I shoot twice from behind my barricade at the Solarian.
Just imagine the little gun floating in front of the brain going pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's not a little pew, pew.
17 to hit.
That's a hit.
4 points of damage.
Ooh, you blaster.
Oh, blasting. So I pulled out my blaster. Only a 12 on that.
12 against EAC as a miss. Well, we've already discovered her EAC. So, yes, definitely. Okay. Jewel, on to you.
Jewel will yell out to Piston, who is far too close to this very dangerous Solarian.
Oh, yeah. Within range.
Yeah, and say, Piston, save yourself. Get behind me. I think every time that I speak for Jewel, her accent changes. All right, she
get thee behind me.
Piston moves like 5 feet behind Jewel. They are each going to take a shot. All right, so Jewel, a 20 to hit for 4 electricity damage.
Against Tez.
Oh, yeah, against the Solarian, because she's dangerous.
Alrighty.
And then Piston. Oh, only a 10.
Thank goodness. Javi, on to you. You've got DeTrulo on you. You've got Tez nearby. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's a great question. 15 feet. Okay. I'm taking a guarded step back so I can shoot DeTrulo. Shoot the big guy first. Deal with Tez later. Maybe Javi would shout out something along the lines like, I want her alive. She's got to answer some questions. And then he'll go ahead and shoot DeTrulo, though. He doesn't care if he's alive or not. I hit you. Ha-ha!
Against KAC, what'd you hit?
So I hope I hit 17.
Oh, 17's a hit.
Oh, I got scared there for a second because I forgot I wasn't doing EAC. 9 points of damage.
And that is enough for our good friend Demonio on the other side to get sprayed with Shobad blood as the massive Shobad drops his weapons and falls to the ground dying. One gang leader down. We still got a couple of folks here in the fight, and one of them is this Tough, who is, instead of punching, I think we're going to make a couple of shots. First one at Javi, and then we'll hit someone. Maybe Mixer. Natural one. All right, good start there. So that's why we attack twice, folks. 15 on the second one, Mixer. You're the lucky target getting hit. I guess I should. Did you upgrade your armor class at all? Yeah. All right, that's definitely a hit. Bam. Esmond laser pistol. For not a ton of damage. What are you? 3 points of fire damage.
Okay, I feel better. I feel better now.
Yeah, I know. A laser pistol. Then we are going to El Demonio. Your big bad has been taken down here. The weapons clattering at your feet. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see. I guess I'm going to help out with.
You got Tez. You've got a Tough. A lieutenant. What you got?
I'm going to go take Tez out here real quick.
Ooh. Okay, that's not Tez.
Oh, that's tough.
Sorry, let me show you the art here for Tez.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Shaw. Yeah, it's hard to see. Her blade is white, like her hair.
Neat.
I'm sorry, did you want to move to her?
No.
Okay, we're taking on the lieutenant.
Yeah, the lieutenant. And I'm going to Tropic Strike. That's an 18 on the dice.
And that is enough to take him out.
All right. Skapoosh. His head pops like a pumpkin the day after Halloween.
we are recording this the day after Halloween. It's too apt. Okay. That is your turn, and we're back to Tez. No, don't worry about this. D6 roll, as she is going to step up to Javi and bring the funk, bring the pain, as she puts you against some cover Yeah, she seems unbridled in her attacks here, going kind of all out, swinging her sword, just kind of grunting, just yeah. Solar weapon coming at you, Tyler. Oh no, come on, game. Oh, it really lingered on the 20, but once more rolled to the 2. Another 2 for me. That is a miss. And
what's the matter, Tess? You look rusty.
Mixer, onto you, sir.
Mixer's gonna shoot again, but this time, actually, you know what? We're gonna play things a little close to the vest. He is going to move down, and while he's moving down, he's gonna pull out his needler.
Mm-hmm. Your estoc.
Yes, but because he's still got something else in his hand, he can't load anything into it. So he's just gonna take a swing with the needler.
All right. I think you are flanking with Javi because you can use your weapon as a melee weapon here, yeah?
I can indeed pistol whip.
All right, flanking, and ooh.
That's a 25 to hit.
That is a super hit. 19 on the dice for oh my goodness
10
gracious.
points of damage.
Does that mean double damage or
a lot of damage?
No,
not
double damage.
Double damage, but the critical injection DC.
Yeah.
Which would be great if I had a free hand to load anything into the estoc.
Yeah, max damage though, still doing all right. It's still a good one. She is bloodied after that hit. You come up, stab her, and she's like, ah, yeah. That is turn 2. Albion's back to you. Is that turn 3?
That was
turn 3.
That was turn 3.
That was 3.
Turn 4.
turn 4. I am definitely going to hit with my gun this time.
We believe.
No, a 12.
And that was one of 2 attacks, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yay.
14.
That is a hit.
Aha, max damage. 5 points of non-lethal damage.
20.
Eat it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. She's still hurting as she gets another shot to the back. Jewel, to you.
All right, Joel's going to take a step back, stand sort of next to Piston, and each of them will take a shot. That's kind of what I do. Oh, that's only an 8. Oh, no.
Not going to do it.
All right, let's see what Piston does. It's a 20, so 4 electricity damage.
Alrighty. She is still up, still taking shots from everyone here. A needler in the back. Javi, she's looking at you, breathing raggedly. You see blood trickling down the side of her mouth. She's right in front of you still with that sword ready. What would you like to do?
You may make an attack of opportunity.
Oh my goodness. Can I not roll a natural 2? Let's go. Oh, 15 on the dice. I've hit. I finally hit.
Yay.
Not hit with her sword yet, so let me look up her damage. Of course, it's a D6.
2d6 plus something.
10 points of
That's no joke.
slashing damage.
Slashing. Okay, that was my next question.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then I'm gonna shoot you.
Shooting point blank, single attack or double?
Point blank, single attack. Oh, the damage.
Oh no!
It's sweet damage.
A miss with max damage roll. Oh yeah, your shot goes wide. She parries it with that blade,
and then
fury.
You see Javi kind of duck and dodge over to where Detrullo has fallen, and you see him start to pick up the giant heavy bolt caster. And just you see him like drop to a knee, and he grabs it, and he pivots over with this massive thing as he's aiming it right towards Tez.
Oh my, El Demonio Verde, will we get there?
All right, so I can't flank with Drew, can I?
Yes, you can.
I can.
You 100% can. I got a needler out. I got a sword.
A
dagger.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to go to the other side of Tess.
All right, moving right where Javi was to get the old flanker Rooney.
And I am going to charge my... Oh, that takes a move action, doesn't it? So I can't do that. All right, then I'm going to do my truck strike.
Uppercut.
Oh, it was almost a 1. That's a hit, though. 18 to hit for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
And pile drive her you do. Back behind into the junk barricade, and she goes down with a sickening crack.
So gang, just a little table talk right here. Is there another shoe that's about to drop right now?
100%.
This seemed really like we had some good rolls, but I'm a little nervous about what might be about to go down.
Yeah, no, we're gonna die in about 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, there's no one else coming through the door right now, and after you guys laboriously let out a couple of mouthfuls of blood, catch your breath, it sounds silent in the stellar flare.
Until very 13 turns on us, I think that's coming.
She comes right up. She lifts Jewel up on a sword.
He hasn't helped us a single time in combat. It's getting a little sus.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Wait, if the combat's over, can I take a 10-minute rest?
I mean, yeah, you can just
Javi's gonna
pop a squat. Cool.
Javi's gonna walk over with the big bolt caster, and he's gonna look at Mixer and say, "Give me a healing serum."
Coming right up.
And he's gonna
like you hear like a shaker.
He's gonna stab it into. He'll bind Tess first, and then he'll stab it into her.
Yeah,
I am going to use a resolve point and also repair my drone while I'm resting.
Sure, same.
Let me
instead
get
of
to
drone stuff.
Madame Tez here, because I mean you can stab her with that, and all of a sudden the life kind of floods back into her eyes for the briefest of moments. But I mean, she looks broken there on the ground. She's not lifting any limbs, and you see her trying to talk, but just blood comes up. She's just coughing it up, kind of mouthing something at you as she locks eyes with you, Tyler. She is beyond healing here. Looks like she is on the way out.
Avi will just frustrated that she's obviously past saving, will grab her and kind of with two hands and be like, you knew I wasn't dead. Why'd you save me out there? Answer me, Tess.
I mean, she can't say anything. There's something trying to come out of her throat, but is definitely filled to the brim with blood. But you see her mouthing these words, and it triggers a memory back in you. The last time when she stood over your body, it's the same word she whispered to you back then, and you can hear it now in her low throaty voice as she said to you, sorry I couldn't kill you. Just stay down and you may live to see tomorrow. She falls unconscious for the last time here, unable to really say goodbye, but you realize she might have done it years ago.
I think Javi will just fall back on his haunches, maybe sit down cross-legged and just kind of put his head into his hands, looking pretty sad.
Very 13 will come up to comfort you a little bit and not stab you in the back. She's a wonderful, nice lady. But she'll, rest a hand on you in a very empathetic move, but she doesn't quite, I don't think she knows maybe your history with Tez. She's like, I'm sorry you had to kill them, but it was them or us. I will go tell Merc and Kesh we survived it. Perhaps they can help us clear this place until we can return with a research team. And I'll tell Riddle, I'll make a calm call and tell her that we survived.
Yeah, be good.
So you guys resting up, healing up our drones, and maybe spending some time wrapping some wounds up. But I will fast forward a bit as you can exit the stellar flare after 10, 20, 30 minutes. No one else has come, and as you walk through the hallways again, you see 12 other dead members of the gang of the True Warriors. There were a lot more fights. You are correct. You are correct in waiting for the shoe to drop. This was wave 3 of 3. and your traps just got everybody. You placed them in pretty good spots. So the first group goes up through the right side. The second group goes up through the left side. And yeah, so you're going through, collecting weapons.
Any decent armor on any of these cats, Patrick?
It's the end of the EP, Drew. It's over.
I'm not sure that we're not going to have to fight something else, Tyler.
No, let's take a 5-minute break. I'm just going to go through all the armor that everyone has. Let's see where. Ooh, Lashunda Ringwear.
Hey.
No, you guys can make it outside and get to Merc and Kesh. Maybe a little bewildered that you survived and took out the entire gang by yourself. But yeah, they... as soon as you get out and they see you're alive, all of you, they're like, oh, Merc says, what happened here? We watched like 15 true warriors walk inside. How are you guys alive? Seems kind of improbable.
They didn't pay their tab.
You indeed have survived. My excited friend here means to say we are happy to see you. On my oath now as co-keeper of the mid-zone, I would like to say that this shall be the last violence this land sees. This area will be a place of peace. Merc asks, what's it like inside? Did you bring her back any souvenirs, that kind of thing?
I don't know. Did we?
Did anyone think to? No, I don't think you're nice friends to the goblins.
And y'all didn't want to pick up all the armor off of the dead bodies on the way out. Unbelievable.
Drew, you've got one suit of Lashunda Ringwear. Do you want to gift it to her?
Sure.
Here you go. Knock your heart out, Merc.
Can I bring back a keychain that says Mark instead of Merc?
It's Merc with an I and a C instead of a U and a K. It's like they never have the right Merc.
My son is also named Bort.
As you guys are chatting, of course, excited to have survived, definitely letting your guard down here. There is indeed a high-pitched whine as a massive bolt of plasma rips through the air above your heads, hitting the door of the stellar flare behind you. We're back in initiative turn order. No, as you turn, you see high on the hillock of broken starships to the west, a lone figure standing with his back to the setting sun, outlined in a fiery corona of the dying embers of the day. And Merc looks up and is like, oh no, I totally forgot about him. It's the prospector. I forgot he was here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
As you perhaps get your weapons ready, this solitary figure trundles down out of the blinding sunset, and you see a grizzled looking, maybe sun-bleached vest holding what looks to be a magical long spear. This is none other than a known figure to us, one Edros Veronis, wandering the wastes, looking fairly dehydrated. Hey, Tyler, you play 2 characters. Go.
Oh, gosh. Wait, what was it that Jabert did? Just had them 2 talk to each other?
Yeah, it's great.
He comes trundling down the junk, and he says, all right, I will forgive any theft of property or whoever set off my mine. If I have some, Eoxian black milk, what do you have? I will take anything you have. It has been days since I have drank. I got lost in a Kefak nest that did not have a map or directions.
It may have some water for you, but you see on Javi a giant junk cannon that was back at your hovel for a while.
He will... Edros just steps up to him and obviously he towers over Javi in terms of height and build. Javi is lithe and Edros is kind of got a dad bod at this point, although it is
chunky
dehydrated.
Boy.
Yeah, and Edros just kind of looks down at him. He's like, "Did you? Doesn't even look like you fired it." No, Javi just kind of like, "Yeah, nah, not really my kind of thing. I just kept it for just in case." And he goes like, I remember back when I was adventuring with my own little group, and I had so many weapons. I had a vorpal blade at one point, and I had a flame doshko. Like that guy's, that dead guy's right there, just like that one. And then I got this spear thingy, and it hasn't worked out great, but I never really had much use for that. Why don't you keep it? You should practice with it. It is good to have, multiple ways of attack. Shouldn't just stick to your pea shooter.
Is very low level for me at this point.
I was just honestly using it to shoot Kefax out of Wampa Station or whatever.
Did I Wampa rats?
Yeah, and I was like, all right, I'll do that. And Javi just kind of like pats the Vesk on the shoulder, like, sorry for stealing, and thought you were kind of dead, so thank you.
Yeah, so you're out here looking for an android friend of yours, but I think maybe once more, Albions 21-2, you might recognize the once famous Edros Franus.
Is Very 13 there?
Yes.
Adros runs up and picks up Very and is like, Andus, is that you, buddy? And like it just shakes her.
Did your skin color change and do you grow your hair out very long?
I know these resets can really change you androids, but this seems ridiculous. I like the hair though. You look good.
Yeah, no, not amongst these folks here, but you can rest along with them and or perhaps trade notes, trade some gear.
What does El Demonio think of Adros being here?
Yeah, your former electronic sparring mate.
I mean, I think El Demonio is kind of stoked because, I mean, he doesn't bear any sort of like malice towards the actual Dross. So, I mean, El Demonio, I mean, this is someone whose exploits are at this point legendary because, the entire system knows about what was our Dead Suns campaign,
the Starfinders.
Yeah, so saving
the day. But
this is definitely like having a massive celebrity here. So he's kind of starstruck a little bit.
Does he ask for a draw?
Who has the most HP damage?
I mean,
do you think
Javier El
Demonio? Do you have like a bunch of HP damage?
Oh no, I stuck myself with the thing, so I'm fully healed.
Okay. You want to try heal someone up?
I was gonna, Dross would have looked around for wounds and seeing none. I think maybe that would even be like, wow, all those gang members and not a scratch on you guys. You seem very capable. So I'm sure you don't. I'm gonna go continue my quest to find my android friend, and seems like you guys won't be needing any help out of the junkyards here.
Yeah, so you can spend some time together as the prospector wanders off here, and Kesh will ask you as you're getting ready to break camp in front of the Stellar Flare, what is your next steps, everyone? Now that you have the vessel under your control, where do you go from here? If no one's got any suggestions, Very 13 would say, I could sure use a crew like you all to help me get this salvage off planet, perhaps to a laboratory. But yes, if you all are interested, maybe in a few weeks' time, maybe a month or so, doing another job, I would love to request some more funds for my research and be able to pay you.
Javi will step forward and say, my reason for staying on this rock just died in that ship, so hey, if you're paying, then I'll help you out.
So let's close out this mini season with maybe a little bit of a montage as we hear some upbeat music and see the neon lights of Adventures in Junk, Riddle's store being turned on again, her wounds having healed up. Maybe this is like a week or so later. The front door chime jingling as it's opened, and some coworkers come back. You see some junk tourists from Absalom wandering inside, and she's like, "Yeah, that's right, folks. We're open for business. This junk's knickknacks over here for sale. One of a kind paperweights made out of recycled junk. Only 10 credits. Step right up and you get a deluxe travel package on sale. 2 for 1 week. You're gonna love going out to the mid zone and seeing the goblins and the Akashtis and definitely no Kefax to kill you." A week or so after that, Jewel, you might be all the way back in Morrow in your garage, and we see you perhaps doing some study with Very 13 on some of the data, some of the tech you've pulled from the stellar flare, maybe some engineers, some scientists flitting in and out over the next couple of days with Quindar employee badges on, and over your head piston flying around. And Very comes over and thanks you and is like, we've done a great deal of work. Thank you, Jewel, for helping out. I don't have any idea if these theories that they presented back then are viable. It was Very 8, my ancestor, who was the real scientist here. I'm more of an archaeologist myself, but if these data outputs are true, it is possible that this could bring a safe, reliable, cheap energy to the entire galaxy if we're able to unlock these secrets.
Well, sure thing. I'm glad to help. And I think that this research is in very good hands here in the Quindar Industries. I'm a big fan of the company that I work for, and I think we're going to find some real good stuff in here.
You get an email, maybe a comm unit, a fax all at the same time over the next hour or so with offers from Quindar Incorporated HQ, like maybe some different positions, wanting to move you off world, or some promotion, signing bonus kind of things. But is Jewel of a mind that she wants to move away from home, or would she prefer staying on Akaton?
I think she's content kind of with her station in life, like being able to have the flexibility to do her own experimentation and electrician work and whatever, work on her drone. Not too much responsibility. There's a certain freedom that comes with having a sort of low on the totem pole kind of job,
Mm-hmm. We'll cut.
I think she'd welcome the funds, but she doesn't want to move anywhere.
Okay, well that's certainly done. They might want you to set up like larger field offices there or something for them for study and help out in that way. We'll cut this scene to El Demonio back ringside at the Feldspar Sports Arena, chalking up, getting maybe ready for some workout matches. Very 13 wasn't doing nothing the entire time you guys were fighting. She was filming the fights, in case someone found your guys' corpses.
They're famous.
And indeed,
so she's the jackass photographer that gets to call the ambulance when somebody breaks a leg.
Well, she's just making sure that, if someone kills you or all of you, that there's some footage of it. So some of that footage she is able to give to you to use in promotional materials, and it makes some infosphere rounds. And once again, you find yourself a popular ticket draw as footage of you smacking into DeTrullo and some of his gang members and taking out Tez. Kind of gives you another moment in the spotlight.
It gives him some heat. That's nice.
Not, you haven't had too many free nights since getting back from the junk wastes. In this scene, a small red-skinned Akatonian child comes up to you with a data pad and it's like, Mr. Demonio, can I have your autograph?
Oh, why, sure. And so he obviously gives it to him.
Do you feel like El Demonio has proved himself? And you wrestled down a giant Kefak, took down a rampaging golem, a ribboned Keshti.
No.
Is he not satisfied?
No, he's not satisfied at all. He started this trek to find this kind of mysterious adversary that he'd been hearing about. So he's going to continue that search.
Mm-hmm. Someone that can actually prove an equal.
Yeah, because
that wasn't DeTrullo. You took him out pretty easy.
Well, part of his thing was, one, he had been getting a little stale because, he had done everything. So he was looking for that next opponent that he could work with that would, excite people. And he's also not entirely pleased with his performance in some of these fights. Mm. While the careful editing was appreciated on his part, he did get taken down quite a bit. So he also knows, in terms of just general combat readiness, he still has a lot to prepare for.
well, maybe that will perhaps color your opinion as you you get offers to stay and just do some very boring wrestling, Acton Wrestling Association, like a season of matches as a regular performer, maybe like a heel for some other larger stars. But at the same time, you get a message from Very 13 asking if you'd be willing to go back out adventuring again. Is that a hard decision for El Demonio?
No. I mean, he needs any excuse to the reason he was in this sector was he'd heard about, this person. I don't have my note with me. I think I called them the Absalom Nightmare. I'm not sure. I was definitely going to make DeTrullo that if he was much more of an opponent, but you guys took him out first. Yeah, I think I called him something else. But so especially because, he felt, even though they didn't really get to have a lot of time together, he definitely felt some sort of kinship with Javi. So if Javi's on board, the blue demon, then the green demon's likely going to be there.
Well, then we'll cut out to Javi, perhaps maybe still in the wastes outside of Kefak Depot. Maybe not too long after you get word that the goblins took the true warriors and buried them, maybe like a small potter's field outside of the stellar flare. Do you think that Javi would have any interest in saying goodbye to Tez at this marker?
Oh, for sure. I feel like that's pretty much like a pilgrimage point to him, at least.
Yeah, go out and see some friends out there. It's a pretty sparse, marker made from junk, kind of in a small heap, with indeed like 15-20 dead between the goblins, the Akeshtis, and these true warriors that you guys have killed out here. Would Javi have any words to say to her? Maybe if she could hear you on the other side.
Yeah, I think he would, open up a bottle of whiskey or water, some kind of liquid, and just pour it across the ground and just say, I still owe you for saving my life, and I was really hoping I'd get to repay you for that. Still don't know why you turned on me, and I thought we could take on that bastard together, but I guess now I'll never know what your thinking was, but I guess I never knew what you were thinking half the time anyway. So I know life was not easy for you, and I hope you found your peace. And now I'm left here, but I'll try to make most of this life you gave me.
There are still a few people out there in your past that wronged you, deserving of a bullet. And I think in Kill Bill Part 2 style, we see back when you were dying in the dirt, another one of those faces over you smirking. Will Javi be able to rest after everyone's been put down, do you think?
One of those things he doesn't know. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will. But he's gonna get to that point so he can determine the answer for himself. He's not gonna worry himself too much trying to think about it. He's just gonna get there, then figure out if it was worth it or not.
Yeah, there's a couple of bullets in your future that you're either going to take one of them with your name on it, or dish one out, and maybe that sparks your response to a message you get from El Demonio, another one from Very 13 asking you about going on another ride, another adventure when you're out here over the grave. Do you think with your headspace like it is, you're ready to stick with this group that you had visions of? You guys almost died like several times.
Yeah, I think maybe is there like any kind of makeshift grave like marker for Tez, or? Yeah,
it's just like a pile of junk the goblins kind of put together.
Kind of maybe he kind of rearranges the junk, gets out maybe a small welder or whatever, and into the junk kind of he welds his old the old hand cannon that says high, and so what you just see like you just see the barrel and just says Javi along the side, and he just kind of welds that in, stands up, and then opens the comm unit for like Very and El and just says, I'm in, and sends it off.
Throws the phone in the junk pile.
Throws the phone. It explodes. He's walking away. It's just.
I didn't catch that. A little bit of stag. You said in something. You're in a tunnel.
Theme starts playing.
The Bond theme continues. The barrel of the gun will zoom in to the camera and zoom out onto Cabaret University. Back on Castroville, as we see the big brain on campus floating the exterior, the outside hallways. While there's a whole gaggle of students behind you asking for autographs, asking about stories on Akaton, and we see
trying to sign up for my lecture series.
Junk 101. That's right. And you bump into Professor Mahali here, who seems genuinely happy to see you, and she says, I can't believe it, a little son and a near-death experience or two, and well, you've pulled the stick out of your medulla oblongata, Professor Albions 21-2.
Oh, how wonderful to see you too, Muhani. Oh yes, it was quite invigorating. A nice sabbatical away from the university was just what the doctor ordered.
Oh my, it was this time last year. I was having to walk on eggshells around you, begging you just to get out of your office and do the bare minimum here on campus, giving a talk. But man, now it's like Alindra Vallis, who?
Yes.
Kiss me, you crazy fool. She pulls you close, and the beeping unit from your comm unit's alarm goes off, and
oops, that's a call. Gotta run.
No, you wake up from this obvious dream.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry.
Molly doesn't respect me.
You got an email coming in from Very 13, but as you go to answer it, you realize you're late for a class. You haven't prepared a lesson plan, and you're wearing tiny boxers and nothing else. It's another dream as you wake up. And you are clothed back in your office, maybe able to wipe some sweat from your brow. And indeed, there's a knock at the door. This is not a dream. This is reality. You can pinch yourself. And Professor Mahali kind of pops in and says, I was just checking to see if you had your paperwork in. I'll need it to get you reimbursed for your research grants, Professor. Will I see that paperwork before the end of the week?
Oh, let's see. What day is it? And I shuffle through some things on my desk. I say, oh, why, yes, I think it should be. No problem. You'll certainly have it by the end of the month.
She'll let out a deep sigh and says, all right, that's fine. I didn't get a chance to say it to 21-2, but it is good to have you back. This place was a little too quiet, I realized as soon as you had left.
Yes, well, you need a big brain here to stir things up. And he just sort of ever so slightly purses his lips.
All right, we'll see you. We'll see you later, ALVNs. I've got a class to teach myself. Goodbye. You do get an email pop up from your research colleague, Very 13, and she has an offer to co-author another research paper, perhaps maybe some more travel, and you see some other familiar names on this email trail, a CC line of the email. You got the real deal Demonio at gmail.com and Javi387 at hottestmail.com, Pistons Program at julesgarage.com, and Mixers Cocktails at drinksonme.com.
.gov.
I had too much fun making up those email names.
It's .biz.
Do you think Albions would be interested in once more leaving the confines of? Yes,
I send an email from Alibians at cabaret.edu.
Yeah, it's got to be that, right?
To J. Alibians. His first name is Jerome, actually.
It never came up.
But that acknowledges this and explains that he'll have to rearrange his schedule. But what are they going to do? I've got tenure. So he agrees. He will ditch these lame students and go hang out with the cool kids.
It's the scene from Indiana Jones where he's just sneaking out the window and puts his hat. It's an Indiana Jones hat on the big brain. He's like, doo. We're just referencing all the movies. And last but not least, Mixer back at your little roadside bar in the Kefak Depot. Drew, since you've had this adventure and helped out your business neighbor Riddle, more tourists have been flowing into the depot now that the gang has been bested, and yeah, you've been busier than ever.
What do you have? What do you have? Another shot. You want salt? You want some salt? Salt.
I'll have a salt on the rocks.
Just pour a bottle of salt in someone's drink. There you go. It is definitely a Sharon, so they take offense at that. Throw it back at you. No salt water for them.
No!
How dare you?
There were grains of salt on the glass. Big grains of salt.
There were great grains of salt. After a long night of serving, maybe after a whole week of busy tourists, 5 top, 10 top tables, you can get home and have a nice chemical cocktail yourself, sleep like the dead. And during this time, indeed, you get these dreams so real they seem hard to ignore. These blasts of flashes of memories. You see a massive space vehicle, a colossal vessel of some sort, racing towards a space station. Seems like an impossibly large weapon. And you feel it in your bones that you have to warn everyone for some reason. It's your job. You're the only one able to get the message out, to gather up a group to resist this arc of devastation that's heading towards the center of the known galaxy. But every time you wake up, you don't understand why it would be your job to do so, why it's your responsibility. What would Mixer do with these mixed signals?
I mean, knowing Mixer, he'd probably just keep them to himself, which is
back at the bar, slinging drinks.
Not conducive to the overall storytelling element of the thing, but
but maybe that will color your opinion when you get another job offer a few weeks later from Very 13 to meet back up and go to this place, the Absalom Station, and meet there to embark on another journey. Do you think Mixer would be up for the call?
I think so. I think he's served his last drink on Akaton for now. So ready to do something else.
You take a Sheeran-driven taxi out of Kefak Depot and to a space station, as we see, closed until further notice sign on your small business. And indeed, sometime after your adventure on the Stellar Flare, we see you guys all trickling into an Absalom Station watering hole called the Hood Bar, meeting along with other adventurers from across the verse, from starfinders to mining prospectors and terraformers and pirates. And the 5 of you can meet up again, perhaps first time you've seen one another in a month or so. And Very 13 will walk in looking more spick and span than she did as she was adventuring in the wastes, her circuits glowing brightly in a fresh suit. And she'll say, you all made it, and you all answered the call. Thank you all for coming.
And I told you I'd be here if you asked for. You had a paying job, so I kept my promise.
Yes, we could not miss it, and I could not take the stymieing humidity of cabaret. I find it displeasurable at this time.
The drinks in this place suck. I'm glad you're finally here.
How dare you? It's a cannon bar. It's cannon.
Doesn't mean it's a good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, forget it does have every once in a while, I think, a robot bartender. Not great drinks.
I mean, they're perfectly mixed, but they're not. They're perfectly mixed for profit. Not taste.
Yeah, they have a light pour for certain.
Yeah.
They key them down to pour very light. Okay. Yeah, she'll continue on and buy you guys a round of drinks and says, well, research has started on all the tech that we salvaged from the stellar flare, but some of it we sent to a station, and well, we've lost contact with some of the researchers out there. It's a far off station studying a phenomena known as the locus, and well, I was wondering if you all would be willing to take a trip out to the edge of the galaxy, make contact, see what's happening there.
Make contact with a station, or make first contact with someone? No.
It's a scientific station. Some colleagues of mine.
I specialize in second contacts.
What the heck does that even mean?
I like talking to people after they've. I need a warm up comedian for doing my set.
Well, I haven't spent much time off of Akaton, but I'm excited for a new adventure, and I'm sure it'll be fine because scientists are always trustworthy. I'm fine with that.
Excellent. Then, well, I'll set up the transport for you all, and we'll get you a ship and get you off planet. And definitely, this next round's on me, and we'll make sure that you all have all the weapon and gears that you need. No more wearing junk if you don't want to. Using junk weapons. Hooray! We'll get you squared away, everyone. And also, we'll level you up to level 4 before we do that.
Hooray! Hey, how notable.
I told you we'd level up to level 4 at some point in this mid-season, but it's just at the very end. But I am a little worried to send you out there. I won't be able to go as my studies are going to keep me here. But so long as you 5, I guess 6 with Piston, have one another, I know you'll make it through.
You have a lot of faith in us for knowing us for so little, and well, hey, I'm sure we made it out of tougher scraps than hunting down just a few scientists.
She will, maybe play some of the footage that she recorded. She has like a camera just attached to her Android eye that just shows her point of view, like peeking her head out from behind everything she's hid behind in your fights back on Akaton. And yeah, you see guys, Mixer shooting a healing serum and saving someone's life. Piston and Jewel taking shots. Javi, El Demonio flanking and fighting, and Albian's just raining junk from the sky. Just raining it down on everyone. And indeed, this footage is been montaged and seen because of El Demonio, and you guys can watch it, relive your past glory days. And at the end of it, of course, a couple of letters show up on the screen that say the end, but also there's a question mark at the end, because is this really? I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
We have to leave it open for further seasons so people still invest in the product.
We talked about it, and you guys like these characters, but do you like it enough for a mini season part 2? Well, our listeners they'll tell us if they want that for sure. But that's going to
talked to them individually. They said no.
Every single one of them.
It
was really weird. They were.
We'll bring them back right away. We'll bring them back right away if you take a picture of where you have the character art tattooed, all of our characters tattooed on your body.
We didn't have any character art made for these guys.
I was about to say, we'll make character art.
We'll get it made first. And then
when we get to part 2, we'll get character art for these characters. But
Rebecca had character art. If anybody wants that character.
Rebecca. Okay, fine. You get Rebecca's character tattooed on your body with one of her southern sayings on it, like, I don't know what you're
Tarnation, y'all.
Nanny, y'all.
Yeah. Tarnation, I'm an electrician. You get that on there with her art, and you got yourself another season. Yeah.
I'm getting pistoned off.
No.
You said that a couple times. I'm about to get pistoned.
Y'all are coming up with much better lines than I ever said in this campaign. But
oh man.
Yeah, and you know what? who needs season 4? Let's just go ahead and play the next part with these characters. It's just like 10 more episodes, right? If this is any indication. I'm just kidding. Guys, thank you for playing with me this week.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
I mean, it's crazy to think about, but next week is episode 200 of the podcast.
That's wild.
What the proc?
We're diving back into it, diving back into season 4, and a couple of weeks, maybe a month of celebrations for our fans, for you guys, and announcing some fun partnerships and some things that our listeners can win. We are going to be announcing these on Twitter and in the Discord and things, but just wanted to say a really heartfelt thank you if you're okay listening to these 10 mini-sode episodes and then going right into it. Thank you for listening to this, listeners, when these episodes go live. And that's going to do it for Junker's Delights.
Woo!
We will see you next week for episode 200.
200.
Yeah,
next season.
No waiting.
Broncos.
It's season 4 coming up.
I'm coming, Alindra. I'm so excited.
We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great week.
Good night.
Bye.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.